My name is Muffy Meade Farrow. I'm a writer. I've lived in Salt Lake City for about 20 years. Rhonda is a mom that I know from school. Our little boys have become friends. I knew her for maybe a year or two before I had any inkling that she was the president of a big company. I was very surprised to find out that it was not only a big international company, but that it was a railroad company. Well, I have a daughter of my own, and I want her to think that she can succeed in any field, in any industry that suits her or that strikes her fancy. And of course, I tell her that all the time. But somebody like Rhonda Nicoloff makes that believable, because Rhonda has succeeded in a world that I can't imagine, in fact, that there would be another industry that's been more dominated by men traditionally than the railroad business. She's a wonderful mother to 2 children. She seems to have a delightful relationship with her husband, Bill. So she's doing all of those things, as a woman. And the fact that she is president of A&K Railroad Materials has not ever changed that. I think it's a big deal. And I'm really delighted that she is being recognized today.
So my name's Rhonda Nicoloff. I'm the president of A&K Railroad Materials. I started with A&K in 1991, and that was basically my first real job out of college. So we're a railroad materials supplier. So what that means is that everything that train sits on, or everything that those wheels sit on, we supply everything that goes underneath that. So that would be to everybody that's from UTA to a railroad, to an industry. So that would be for Utah, for Kennecott or Geneva Steel. Those would be our customers. And that's nationally and internationally. So my role as president is to oversee the strategy and the direction of the company. Right now we have 300 employees. We have 12 permanent yards, 37 temporary locations, and 12 permanent locations. And we have 8 sales offices. As a woman in a man's world, per se, and especially in the railroad industry, sometimes I think it's like showing up as a pink flamingo in a penguin's party. You're just so out of place. But you have to quickly regroup and figure out how you're going to use your differences as a positive thing. And you can't focus on the differences, and you can't make those a negative. So, oftentimes when I first started out in sales, my territory was Detroit, Michigan, and it was really a rough part of the country. So you're in these steel mills, and I was a 22-year-old little girl, and you automatically are just a fish out of water, and you look very, very different. But as soon as those guys know that you know what you're talking about, and you're well-versed, and you have a good reputation, that's automatically a positive, because you're not just another navy blue suit. So when Rhonda shows up to call on you again, they remember you. So it becomes a very positive thing, and that can carry all the way through. To be a woman, sometimes in business, or to be a woman in a man's world, you can look at that almost as an isolating factor. But it can be a really positive factor. And if that's something that I could pass on to any young woman, you can always look at that and prop yourself up with that, or look at that as a strength. And that's certainly what it's done for my career. I am just so humbled, seriously, to be even on this same stage with these people. And Muffy truly should be the person on the stage with the people. She is so accomplished, and I can think of so many other people in business in Utah that should be on the stage, but I'm honored, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity to just even participate in the day. I think it's fantastic.